Okay, so we are fixing to do 3.4. It is the most difficult section that we cover, okay? So,
Section 4. Yeah, I heard that the fourth one is the hardest one.
they liked them. Oh, that's chapter 4. Chapter 4. It is. It's the most difficult chapter. Yeah. Okay, so this is 3.4. All right? It is solve linear. So you know it's going to be lines, right? Systems. So we're still solving systems of equations. Is that what we've been doing this whole entire chapter? Yes? Okay. But, ta-da, 3 equations, 3 unknowns. What? 3 equations, 3 unknowns. So instead of an x and a y, we're going to have an x, y, and a z. Instead of an a and a b, you can have an a, b, and a c. All right? Now listen to me. Been teaching about 100 years. I know the best way. Please follow my directions. You can do it however you want to. But if you don't do it the way I'm showing you how to do it, don't come ask me to help you. Okay? So here we go. Directions. I'm going to tell you exactly what you need to do to solve a 3 by 3. That's what they're called, 3 by 3s. Okay? Number 1, you are going to find one term. All right, so there's an algebra vocabulary. So what is a term? What separates terms?
Right? Oh, wait.
Pluses and minus signs, okay? So anything that's separated by a plus or a minus sign, not a multiplication sign, which probably wouldn't be there anyway, but is a term. So you're going to find one term with a coefficient of 1, okay? One term with a coefficient of 1, and he will be our worker B, okay? He's going to be our little worker bee. That's my bee. You know why I like bees? Because you know what my grandma's name is?
Bee. Honey. Honey
Yes.
bee.
Honey.
Yeah.
Honey. I'm Honey. Okay? That's my name. All right. Number 2. What are you going to do? You're going to use my worker to eliminate. So that would be that elimination, right? Oh, whoops, I said elimination and I started right. To eliminate the same variable in the other 2 equations. In the other 2 equations. Okay, so if I'm a little worker term, if it's an x, then I'm going to eliminate the x's in the other 2 equations. If it's a y, I'm going to eliminate the y's. Okay? Now, number 3, now I will have two equations, 2 unknowns, and what? And I can solve it. Because we know how to do 2 equations, 2 unknowns. Okay? So that's all I have to do. Now listen to me. What is the whole objective of all of these directions? What is the whole point of all of this?
Get to 2 equations.
That is exactly right. To get to 2 equations, 2 unknowns. Okay? That's what you're trying to do. This is the whole objective. To take my 3 equations and get it down to 2 equations, 2 unknowns. Because guys, that's section 2. And you should know how to do it. Okay? All right, so here we go. Example 1. So, example 1, I'm going to call them out. If you'll write them down when I call them out, it's a whole lot easier than looking up and back down again, okay? So I'm fixing to call out 3 equations with 3 unknowns. Are you ready? Here's the first one. 4x plus 2y plus 3z equals 1. Here's the second one. 2x minus 3y plus 5z equals negative 14. And here's the last one. 6x minus y plus 4z is equal to negative 1. Okay, so the first thing that I want you to do, I don't want you to mark on your paper, but I want you to take your finger and I want you to put it on the worker B. Find the worker B. What is he? He's telling you right there what he is, people. Okay? So, and I didn't give you a lot of choices. There's only one. So, what did you pick? Negative y in the last equation. So, circle.
Davis, Miss Davis?
Yes? Yes?
Ma'am, I need student Matthew Lindley to come to the front office with all his belongings, please.
Okay.
Thanks.
You have to watch YouTube. All right. So circle this up here. That's what you're going to do. Find your worker, and then you're going to circle him. Okay? Now, what is this worker telling me? He's telling me that I'm going to get rid of all these y's right here. Okay? Now, y'all listen to me. Can I see what you do in your head? No, it's very dark in there, okay? And I can't see. So you have to show me all your work. Listen to me. You're going to start working on these problems, and you're going to run into, you're going to go, oh, I messed up somewhere, okay? Because we're doing pretty problems, nice problems, okay? So if you start getting crazy answers, you're going to be like, uh-oh, something's wrong. And you're going to come say, Miss Davis, I can't find my mistake. Will you help me find it? As long as you show me all your work, I can find your mistake for you, okay? But if you I go, where'd you get this? Oh, I did that in my head. No, I'm not looking for your mistake, okay? So, what do I need to add to this 2y? I'm going to start right here, okay? I'm going to start right here. I'm going to get rid of this 2y right here. So what do I need to add to 2y to get rid of it?
Negative 1. Oh wait, negative 2.
Negative 2. Can I make a negative 2 out of this?
Yes.
Yes, by multiplying it by 2. Do you agree? So here's what I'm going to do. I'm showing all my work. I'm going to write this equation down. 4x plus 2y plus 3z equals 1. How am I going to get this equation down here?
Times 2.
Times 2. Some of you liked parentheses because remember you multiply the whole thing by 2. That's okay. You do whatever you like. So I'm going to use my fingers a lot, okay? I'm going to use them to help me hold my place and know where I am and see what I'm doing. So I'm going across and I'm multiplying by this 2 right here. So tell me what you get. 12x. Notice that I'm lining up my x's. I'm lining up my y's. Because what am I fixing to do? People, I'm fixing to add those dudes, okay? And get rid of those y's. So what do you get here? Negative 2y. What do you get here? Plus 8z equals what? Negative 2. So I'm adding them. How do I show that I'm adding? I draw a line under them. Do you see these y's? They cancel each other out. What is 4x plus 12x? 16x. What's 3z plus 8z? And 1 and negative 2? Negative 1. Y'all listen to me. This is my first equation of my 2 equations, 2 unknowns. So to show that, I'm going to put my brace and I'm going to be like, okay, I just need to find one more. Are you with me? Okay, this guy's gone. Who's the next guy that I'm going to get rid of?
Negative 3y.
This one right here. This negative 3y. I'm fixing to ditch him. Okay? Now what do I need to add to this negative 3 to make it go away? Positive 3. Can I make a positive 3y out of this guy?
Yes.
Okay, now watch what I'm fixing to do because I'm going to write everything that I'm going to do down. Okay? First of all, I'm just going to write equation 2 down. Do you see how this says this is equation 2? Here I didn't have to do it because I went out to the side, but I can't go out to the side anymore. Okay? My paper's not wide enough.
Teachers, please pardon the interruption. We've had quite a few students come to the front office without the office calling for them. Please keep your students in class. I know some of them are trying to go home or whatever, but if their parents aren't here and we don't have a note from the front office, please keep them in class.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, so equation 2, I just wrote it down. 2x minus 3y plus 5z equals negative 14. Now what am I going to do with this guy right here?
You're gonna times it by -3.
I'm going to times it by negative 3. So watch what I'm going to write. Negative 3 times equation 3. That's where this comes from. Do you see how these are this is where this, then when you come and ask for help, I'll know what you do, and I'll do, this is exactly what I'll do. I'll put my finger here, tell me what I get.
Wait, where'd you get equation 3 from?
Because I have to add a positive 3
Okay.
to this,
Okay.
so how do you make that a positive 3? Okay? So now multiply, tell me what you get.
-18.
Negative 18x.
Plus 30y.
What do I get here?
3y.
Positive 3y.
And
What do I get here?
minus
Negative 15.
What?
Wait, hold on, never mind. Hold on.
Negative 12z. What do I get here?
Negative 3.
3. Okay, so here's my first point. Were there tons of places to make careless mistakes?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, you made them, okay? Just that second, shut the door.
I mean, I just made it.
It's too loud. Okay, so now look what's happening. I got rid of my Y's. That's all I cared about. Guys, you just set a goal and you did that one thing. I don't worry about anything else. If what I wanted to happen happened, I'm happy as a clam. Okay? So what's 2x minus 18x?
Negative 16x.
Negative 16x. And what's 5x minus 12x?
Negative 7x.
Negative 7z, right?
Z, my bad.
And negative 14 and 3?
Negative 11.
Negative 11. What?
Negative
Am
2.
I loving this equation?
Yes.
Why? Why do I love
Because
this
then they
so much?
cancel out.
Yeah, people. There wasn't just any Joe Schmo made this thing up. Look, this is a positive 16x, this is a negative 16x. Life is good. We don't even have to do anything. I'm going to write it down. Negative 16x minus 7z equals negative 11. Add those dudes up. X's are gone. What is 11z minus 7z?
4Z.
4z equals what's negative 1 and negative 11? Divide by 4. And what is z? Negative 3. So circle it. Circle it, okay? We don't want to be looking, there's a lot of work, so we don't want to be looking back through it trying to figure it out. Okay? Now, what am I going to do with that?
Plug it in.
I'm going to plug it in. I'm going to go back up here to these original equations and plug them in.
Yes.
Yes.
No, because you only have one variable.
Oh, there's 3 variables up here and I only got one of them. That won't really, now, could I use that and make me 2 equations of 2 unknowns
Yep.
and then solve for another one?
Yeah.
But could I even easier than that?
Yep.
Plug him in this one and find out what x is? You can plug it in either one, right? I'm going to choose the first one. He has fewer negatives. Okay? So I'm going to plug him in right there. So I'm going to say 16x,
Plus negative 33.
yeah, plus 11 times negative 3 equals negative 1. So Eric said that was negative 33. Now what do I do?
Add 33.
Add 33. So 16x is equal to, what's that, 32?
Yep. And then x equals 2.
So divide by 16, yes. And x is equal to 2. What do I do with it?
Circle
Circle it. So I'm gonna have to hunt for stuff. Okay? Now what am I gonna do?
it. Plug in both of them. in one.
Yeah, now I can go back to my originals. I'm gonna go to the first one. You could go to any of them. Okay? Obviously I'm staying away from number 2 because he has a negative 14 down there. But this one has more negatives, so I'm staying up here. But you could do any one you wanted. Alright? So 4 times x is 2 plus 2y, we don't know y yet, plus 3 times z is negative 3 equals 1. What's 4 times 2?
8.
Plus 2y. What's 3 times negative 3?
Negative 9.
Okay, remember how I told y'all to always collect all your like terms before you start moving stuff back and forth and everything?
Yep.
So what is 8 minus 9?
Negative one.
-1. Now I'm gonna start moving stuff and solving for it, okay? So I'm gonna add 1 to both sides. So 2y is equal to 2. Now what am I gonna do? Divide by 2, and y is equal to 1. Circle it. What's the point?
X, so 2, 1, -3.
Very good. 2, 1, -3. It is an x, y, z
So it's
point.
it's a 3D shape.
This is called that's an arrow, an ordered triple. Okay, an ordered triple. Y'all, this is 3 lines. 3 lines, and they intersect at 1 point. This is the point. Okay, now let me show you what it looks like. Let me see if I can find my piece of paper that I did some damage on. Okay, well, maybe I don't want to use it, so I'll do another one. Okay, so obviously, I'm taking this paper away because I messed it up this morning. All right, obviously we have an x-axis and a y-axis. Do you agree? But we also have a z-axis. Do you know where it goes?
Yeah, like,
It is right towards you. Right in your face, people.
it's a 3D shape.
Okay? It is. It is a 3D coordinate plane. Okay? Now look, understand this. Where are your positive x's?
To the right.
To the right. Where are your positive y's?
To the
Up. Where are your positive z's?
Horizontal, diagonal.
It's this way. It's towards you. It's right
Oh,
here.
that's trippy.
Okay? It's towards you. Now,
negative.
yeah. Okay? So let's talk about where that point. What was our point? Tell me again.
-3.
Oh, my Z fell down. Come back, Z. Okay, so 2. There's 2. Oh, hello. There's 2. Here's 1.
What?
I don't know what's going on.
See, I'm looking for that point. Here's our point to that problem. 2, 1, -3. Isn't that right? Okay, so x is 2, so I go to the right 2. I go up 1, and then where do I go?
You got right through it.
Back behind here. Okay, and you go back 3, and that's where that point is. Okay?
It's like 3D.
All right, anybody got a question? Okay, so that's what we're talking about. All right, now, no graphs, we're not graphing, okay? No graphing. All right, so here's your problem.
Oh, God.
Now listen to me. Am I just gonna give you a problem and send you off?
Yes.
No, I'm going to take you by the hand and lead you ever so nicely down the primrose path. Okay, so write your equations down. Here they are. X plus Y plus Z equals 3.
Okay.
Okay? All right, you ready? Here's the next one. 4x plus 4y plus 4z equals 7. What? Now let me tell you a secret. Y'all, if this had been an 8 right here, what would I have done? If this had been an 8, yeah, I would have divided everything in that stinking equation by 4 and made my equation nicer. You see what I'm saying? You don't have to, but the smaller I can keep my numbers, the better off I'll be. All right, here's your last one. 3x minus y plus 2z equals 5. Okay, so do not use your pencil yet. Don't use your pencil. All right? So what's the first thing you're supposed to do? Find your worker. Okay, so everybody put your finger on what you want your worker to be. Did I give you more than one opportunity? Now I'm going to tell you this. 1 out of those 4 is the best one to choose. Okay, 1 out of the 4 is the best one to use. Okay, so which one? Obviously you could use this, 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 or this. Which one is the best one?
Negative Y.
Negative y.
Negative y.
Why is negative y the best one?
The only one in that place.
Yeah, he's already got a negative, he's already in the opposite. Am I gonna have to multiply by any negatives?
No.
No, I will not. Okay, so circle your worker bee. Be careful when you circle it, don't go through the sign, okay? Because then you'll think it's a plus sign and then you'll be oh so wrong. All right? All right, so these are the guys that we're getting rid of. Do you agree? Okay, so I want you to get rid of this guy right now. Are you going to do it in your head? No. Please, write it out here, people. Do I have to multiply anything by anything?
No.
No. Write it out here and add it up. You have 20 seconds.
What?
Come on.
I don't know what I'm doing.
You're writing that equation out here
I
and
know what I'm
adding
doing.
them up.
I know what I'm doing, but I don't know what it.
That's why I'm kind of trying to guide you a little bit. You're going to like this problem.
I think I got it.
She don't
You're
know
getting
what
rid of
we're
this
doing.
guy right here.
I think I got it.
See, I drew the arrows. Anthony, you don't need to work any of these problems? You already know how to do them? Okay.
Wait. Hold up. Wait.
People, this is easy, okay? We haven't even got difficult yet, all right? Do these go away?
Yeah.
Stop clicking, stop clicking. All right, so, stop dripping. All right, so did what happened, did what I want to happen happen?
Yes.
So I'm happy, right? What's x and 3x?
4x.
What's z and 2z?
Thursday.
Equals what's 3 and 5? What is this? Part of my new system. How do I mark it? With a little brace on the side. Okay? Here's the next guy. This is the next guy you want to get rid of. Do it down here and write your directions over on the left. Go. Do it over here. What do you need to add to a 4y to make it go away? Negative 4y. Can you make that out of this? Then make it. Make it. Sorry. Yeah. I was just looking, I was like going, oh, something's wrong. So is that 27? Thank you. Did you see what I did? I forgot to multiply that last guy by my 4. Okay, so here's my second equation. Now when I look at this equation, my brain goes, oh, you can reduce him. Can you?
No.
No. He looks at the 16 and the 12 and goes, reduce. And then he looks at the 12 and 27, yes. But you can't. You can't reduce 16 and 27. Okay, so I'll write him down. 16x plus 12z equals 27. Okay, so what do you want to get rid of? X's or z's? Okay, so what do I need to multiply this top guy by? Negative 4. And I'm just going to write this guy down. Do you agree?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm not worried about what's going to happen. The only thing I want to happen is these to go away. Okay, so tell me what you get.
Wait.
It's okay. Negative 16x. What do you get here? Minus 12z equals. Y'all listen to me. If you don't start writing a line through your z's, do you see that 12z?
Yes.
Guess what he will turn into? 122. Okay? Put a line in that Z so you know he's not a 2. Alright? So what's negative 4 times 8? Negative 32. Alright? This guy, we're just writing him down. 16x plus 12z
Look at there.
equals 27.
It cancel out.
Cancel. Oh no, cancel.
So I mean.
What's left over here?
0.
0 equals, what's negative 32 and positive 27? Is 0 equal to negative 5?
No, so it's no solution.
Very good. These 3 lines right here don't intersect anywhere. All 3 of them. 2 of them might, but all 3 don't. Eric. Yes. Okay, are you ready? Do you think you're ready for one?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna give you one, okay? And then I'm gonna give you about 3 minutes head start, probably only be 2, but whatever. We'll call it 3 so you don't have a heart attack. And then I'm gonna start working it, okay? But before I just like turn you loose, well, let's just write them down first. 3x plus y minus 2z equals 10. The second equation, 6x minus 2y plus z equals negative 2. The last equation, x plus 4y plus 3z equals 7. Okay, so there are 3 opportunities for your worker bees. 2, I think, are better than the other one, but all of them will work, okay? So I'm gonna, let's all decide on one, okay? Unless you're feeling really brave and then you can go do one by yourself. But who do y'all think are the better 2? Why is X not one of the better ones?
Because it has the.
Yeah, they all have the same sign. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay, I mean, you're gonna be multiplying by negatives both times, okay? So if I chose this Y, do you see how this guy already has an opposite sign? Or if I chose Z, this guy has an opposite sign. So what do you wanna choose, Y or Z? Y? Okay, so let's choose this for our worker, and then you get started getting rid of these guys right here, okay? You're trying to get down to a 2 by 2. 2 by 2. Do y'all know what time the bell rings? 20? Okay. I'm gonna get rid of this one first.
You always have to do the last one first.
No, you can do whichever one you want to.
Okay.
The order that you do it in won't affect its answer. Okay, stop for a second. Did y'all get this guy?
Yeah.
Tell me what you're gonna do with this guy.
You're gonna leave
Put
it there
in
and
brace.
then move on to equation 2. What if you didn't do that?
Yeah, Andy said, man, I'm dividing by 3, okay? Because it's gonna make, thank you, Jen.
What if I picked the other equation? and we come
That's
back
okay,
with
you just
before?
keep going. If your equation can reduce, then I would reduce it. You don't have to. Y'all, listen to me. You don't have to reduce it. If you reduce it, you're just keeping your numbers smaller. You can work with big numbers, you're big kids, okay? So he becomes 4x minus z equals 6. So now, y'all, this is the same equation as this. It's the same line, okay?
I got negative 11x plus 11Z.
Now, you won't have the same-
Yeah, that's.
Oh, so, okay, so do you see how that reduces?
Yeah.
Reduce that guy down,
Okay.
okay? And then just keep going.
I didn't pick this one.
It's okay.
Okay, so.
Now I'm gonna get rid of this guy. You keep going.
X plus Z equals 3.
We did that, we did it that way in one class. Let me see if I can find it. Here it is, right here.
Did
X-
it end up getting x plus z equals 3? Like after you reduced?
Oh, you should get negative X.
Negative x plus z equals negative
Yeah.
3.
Why?
Because 7 minus 40 is negative 33.
Yeah, that's what I got, but when you divide.
Oh, you
by-
divided by, oh, okay.
negative 11,
Yes. But when you divide by negative 11, you get
X plus z
x
equals
minus z equals 3.
3. Why?
Because positive 11.
Oh, minus.
Divided by negative.
Right.
So much work. There's just so much work.
Will this be up by tomorrow?
Yeah, I'll put it up tonight.
Okay. So.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so stop for a second, I wanna show you something, cause I'm, sometimes if you think too far ahead, it'll mess you up, okay, but watch this. Do you see, if I divided this guy by 11, that I'll get a positive z there?
Yeah.
Do I wanna divide by negative 11 or positive 11?
Positive.
Yeah, because you see that positive z is gonna make this z go away, and then I won't have to multiply by anything, okay? So that's why I'm gonna choose positive 11. And so then he's gonna be negative x plus z equals negative 3. Is that right? So negative x plus z equals negative 3. And now I am on my way to being the winner. Boom. What's 4x minus x?
3x.
What's 6 minus 3?
3. And x is 1.
What do I do with it?
Plug it in.
Plug it back in one of these guys, okay? Who did y'all plug it in, first or second? First? Okay, so I'm plugging in right there. So that's gonna be 4 times 1
So 4.
minus z is equal to 6. 4 times 1 is 4.
So
So I'm gonna subtract 4 from both sides.
negative z equals 2.
Negative z is equal to 2.
So z equals
Z is equal to negative.
Yeah, z is equal to negative 2, okay? So I'll circle
Plug it
him.
into the original.
Now I'm gonna take these two guys and do what to them?
Plug them into the original.
Plug them in, any one of these. Who do y'all want? 1, 2, or 3?
3.
Bottom one?
3.
Okay, so the top one is x is 1, plus, I don't know what y is, I'm trying to find him. Plus 3 times z is negative 2 equals 7. So 1 plus 4y minus 6 equals 7?
Yeah.
What's 1 minus 6?
Negative 5.
And then you add 5.
So add 5.
Yeah.
12.
4y is 12,
And then y equals 3.
and so y is 3. Okay, so my point, always write it as a point, x, y, z, okay? Making those English people happy, alphabetizing our stuff. 1, 3, and negative 2. Okay, that's my ordered triple. Is there any way I could check it?
Yes.
Yes, you could just
Plug it all in.
Yeah, you can plug it back in. How many does it have to satisfy?
All
All of them, okay? All of them. Don't just check on 2, that's not the best thing. All right, so here's one problem for you to work. And, nice as I am, Merry Christmas. There's the answer right there, okay?
Hey.
Is the answer going to help you work the problem?
No.
No.
People, no, the kids are like, don't tell us the answer. I'm like, people, I promise you, the answer will not help you work the problem. But it is nice to know whatever I solve for first, and if I got X to be 5, then I need to start all over again, right? Instead of waiting until you get to the very end and not ever knowing.